Safe. We're yelling it loud. Now what's up? What's up? We're yelling it loud. What's up?
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Okay, people, buckle up because this week we are not messing around. We're like full-on cannonballing into the glorious, chaotic, sometimes terrifying world of the HBE Discord server. Specifically, we're going to tear apart every single juicy bit, all the lore, everything that went down between July 12th and July 19th, 2025. So our mission, right, it's pretty simple. Forget the constant pings, the memes that die in like 5 minutes, the weird 3 a.m. chats. We're cutting through all that noise. We're bringing you the real stuff, the moments that made us literally gasp or laugh or maybe, just maybe, cry one single dramatic tear. You know the vibe. This is your fast track, your no-filler, totally unfiltered hit of HBE's unique rhythm. It's Pulse. Consider this your HBE LORECAST fix. Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. We're starting with what I'm calling the unsung heroes in the bot battles. Because, you know, while everyone's busy spamming emotes, someone's got to do the actual work. And that often means, like, fighting the final boss. Logistics. Our very own Swanky Bacon 3, bless her soul, was super honest this week about the grind of keeping up with teen payments and all her other stuff. It's a massive amount of effort to keep a community like this running. Seriously.
It really is, isn't it? And Swanky being open about it, well, it highlights that huge amount of often invisible work. It's not just about playing games. It's the organizing, the player support, handling the money side, all that. And what was great was seeing Nolan Hay come back and like immediately offer to help with the payments, that willingness to just step up. It shows how important teamwork is, even for the staff running the show. Kind of like the hidden foundations, you know, it's essential.
Totally preach. And speaking of battles, oh my God, Mint's Mortal Kombat with the bot. You know Mint, right? The guy who's always like, oh yeah, I can build headless Linux servers from scratch.
Yep.
Yeah, that Mint was apparently locked in this epic, hilarious struggle with the stream request bot. The irony. It's just chef's kiss. Perfect. And of course, French Fry pops in with the classic, imagine being bad at using a bot. And the inevitable skill issue roast. Just peak friendship goals right there. And Mint's response, don't know if I want frycasting me anymore. Just pure, relatable digital pain. We've all been there, right? Staring at some simple tech thing, feeling our brains just melt.
Oh, absolutely. It's a universal feeling. Mint's struggle, even with all his tech knowledge, it just shows how even simple interfaces can trip anyone up. There's that gap between knowing the theory and, you know, the reality of clicking the wrong button. But the way they turned it into banter, that's actually like a really good sign of a healthy community. Using humor to bond over shared frustration. It pulls people together.
Okay, so from solo tech meltdowns to the collective nightmare, managing digital noise. And speaking of noise, Youngsay55, our reigning ping king, still at it this week, consistently dropping those at it everyone pings in general chat, you know, to stir activity, or as I like to call it, induce panic. And the reactions, oh, it was a beautiful spectrum. You had ET3CK being the voice of reason, warning about ping abuse, trying to keep order. Then you've got Bless Goody 4, who apparently has this like visceral reaction to red dots and unread pings. Says it messes with his mental, which honestly, relatable. And then poor iClutch all in, just drowning. Over 1K unread pings, he said, struggling with notification hell, even with Nofia trying to help him fix his settings. Oh. And just for spice, iClutch apparently got hit with the short VC ban too. We love a little mystery. What did he do?
Well, this whole ping situation, it's kind of a perfect little example of information overload, isn't it? It really shows how different people react so differently to constant notifications. For some, it's annoying. For others, like Bless Good BB4, it's genuine anxiety. It makes you think about digital etiquette, how we navigate this constant stream of alerts. It's an ongoing negotiation in any online group. And yeah, the VC ban just adds another layer to the HBE lore, doesn't it? Keeps things interesting. Okay, let's shift focus a bit now, away from the admin side and the notification chaos and into the real heart of HBE activity, Rocket League, the competitive scene. And this past week, well, it had everything. Big wins, tough losses, and some really personal stuff going on for the players. One of the big highlights has to be Mint's championship run in the IPS Tier 4 Grand Finals. I mean, get this. He starts playoffs 2 and 3. Now, he's already looking dominant, right? But then he just goes on this tear, swoops through the early rounds, even had 2 teams forfeit against him in the semis. And the final, he beats the undefeated #1 seed, a team that was apparently talking mad shit. You gotta love that.
Oh my God, yes. That's the content I live for, the underdog story. So what do you think flipped the switch for him? Was it just pure skill, or did the trash talk actually, fuel him? How do you beat the top seed in their smack talk?
It's fascinating, right? Skill is obviously key, but I think it was probably a mix of things. Building that momentum after a shaky start, gaining confidence with each sweep, and then facing an opponent who's maybe too confident, too vocal, that can really light a fire under you. Sometimes that trash talk, instead of being a distraction, it becomes fuel. It helps you channel everything into pure focus, turning that external pressure internal.
Love it. Pure poetry. Okay, now let's talk Apollo's week. Because, wow, talk about peaks and valleys. Their captain, Krozek's, had an absolutely wild one. First, he has successful surgery way out in Reno, had to fly 45 minutes just to get there. Shows you how spread out specialists can be. And while he's recovering, his RAE teams, that's Rocket League Alliance Esports, they actually secured league wins, at the same time. Talking about dedication. Leading from the recovery room, basically.
It really does say a lot about his commitment, doesn't it? Managing to stay focused and lead his teams, even while dealing with something major personally, it's quite inspiring. And on that same team, young Zaki55, our ping king, he actually shared some vulnerability this week, too. Mentioned some personal struggles were affecting his game.
In this is where HBE just kills it.
Yeah.
Because Nolan Hay and Billy Bob Bacon immediately jumped in. Total empathy. Just straight up told him, focus on yourself first.
Yeah.
The game can wait. We gotcha. That's the good stuff right there. Yeah. That's community.
Absolutely. It's a perfect illustration of how these online teams, they're not just about winning matches. They become real support systems. People dealing with real life stuff find genuine backup there. It shows they're not just usernames, Yeah. They actually care. And you also saw the usual scheduling chaos for Apollo. Billy and Nolan trying to juggle double-booked matches. It's just another sign of the dedication, honestly, fitting it all in.
Ugh, speaking of struggles, though, the dreaded quit phase hit hard this week. NASA and Lil Grimace, both just absolutely venting about ranked, tumbling down the ladder like GC2 all the way down to C2 or even D1. That's a rough fall. It's a classic Rocket League moment. I hate this game. I'm quitting forever. Why does it hurt me so? We've all been there. Every single competitive gamer knows that feeling. Even Trip Moogie chimed in, saying he had more Destiny 2 quit phases than endings I got for Cyberpunk 2077, which is, frankly, iconic. And Bless Good Before, our anti-Red Dot hero, admitted he tried to escape Rocket League but got dragged back in. Oh, Blessed, we feel you. We really do.
That shared frustration, it's actually really powerful, isn't it? It taps into that universal cycle of passion and burnout in gaming. Something anyone who really invests time and emotion into a game understands. Sharing it makes it less isolating. It almost becomes therapeutic. Knowing you're not the only one who wants to eat their controller sometimes builds real camaraderie, that shared pain.
And finally, a little moment of magic. HBE tags in the wild. Apparently, Nolan and Sense realized they played each other in a random match purely because they spotted the HBE tag. How cool is that? And Swanky, who apparently never sees HBE tags out there, was like, I wish I saw more. Sense even said he runs into other random HBE tags sometimes, but they just dodge the question when he asks, which, honestly, peak HBE awkward energy. Love it.
It is a unique kind of thrill, though, isn't it? Seeing your community represented out there in the wider game world, it's like finding a little Easter egg, confirms you're part of something bigger, reinforces that sense of belonging that stretches beyond just the Discord server itself, makes HBE feel more, tangible.
Totally. All right, let's zoom out now. Let's soak in the beautiful, weird, specific flavor of the HBE community. The lore, first up. The legendary Great Sports Team poll. Mint, absolute genius, gets young Sessi V5 to run a poll asking everyone's favorite sports teams. And oh boy, did people have opinions. It properly kicked off. We had the Packers, PSG, Broncos, Yankees, Patriots, the STL Blues, Detroit Tigers. A whole lot of love for Tampa Bay teams across all the major U.S. sports. But my personal fave, just for the sheer HBE-ness of it all. L3 Amior mentioning the Oklahoma Gooners and his, let's say, creative comment about edging fields. You literally cannot script this stuff better.
It's brilliant, really. It just shows how a simple question can reveal so much about the diversity within the community. It's not just Rocket League players, right? It's people with whole other lives, interests, allegiances, and, a very specific brand of humor. Adds so much texture.
Next up. Wheels, Whipples, and roller skates. There's this whole car talk thread. You had iClutch all in, naturally, showing off his insane Whipple supercharged 6.2 Denali beast mode. Nolan shared his F-152. But then there's Swanky Bacon 3, whose car got nicknamed Roller Skate, which of course led to jokes about her height. For the record, people, she's 5'5", not 5'2", like iClutch was saying. We must protect our vertically average queen.
And that's such a great example of how those real-world things just blend into the online space, sharing hobbies, the playful teasing. That's the stuff that builds actual connections, makes it feel less like just gamers talking and more like, well, a group of friends hanging out. It's that human touch.
And it wouldn't be a week in HBE without it. The undying EU versus NA, the Discord edition rivalry, it lives. Greninja was still campaigning for an EU team. French Fry hilariously claimed he was secretly Dora, exploring the EU servers and hitting champ rank there. Sewer, Fry, and then L3MUR, master strategist, employing the age-old tactic of rage-baiting EU servers with a simple, elegant NA on top. The classics never die.
And that kind of playful rivalry, those inside jokes, they're honestly vital for a server's identity. It creates endless banter, strengthens the bonds within the group through shared humor, and just gives the server its own unique personality. A little friendly competition, even online, goes a long way for engagement.
Okay, last one. Let's peek behind the curtain at the nitty-gritty, behind the roster management. This popped up when Crozex opened a ticket about Yunsav55 changing his in-game name. Needed it updated for 2 leagues, KRLS and BLCS. And Swanky Bacon 3, our admin queen, just dropped this super clear, super helpful explanation for Crozex. All about how captains handle name changes in those leagues versus how players can actually do it themselves in TPES, which is another league system they use.
And this really highlights that meticulous background work, the organization that keeps these competitive communities running smoothly. It's not glamorous, not at all, but it's absolutely essential. Swanky breaking it down like that. It educates the captains, keeps things clear, and ensures the whole structure stays solid as things change and grow, maintaining order amidst the chaos, basically.
And boom, there you have it. Another week, another absolutely wild, wonderful, slightly concerning deep dive into the HBE Discord, covering July 12th to the 19th. Phew, what a ride, right? From the admin hustle, Swanky and Nolan keeping things afloat, to Mint's insane underdog win, the shared pain of the quit phase, the Ping King's reign, car talk, EU versus NA. It was just pure, unfiltered HBE character, the whole chaotic package.
It really was. And looking at all that activity this week, it kind of makes you ponder, doesn't it? What does this tell us about what community or even family means now in this digital age? These bonds, they're forged over Rocket League wins, yeah, but also over bot frustrations, supporting each other through tough personal times, joking about cars, even arguing about NA versus EU servers. It just proves that even in a noisy, chaotic online server, there's this really powerful, very human story unfolding all the time. These connections run deep.
So true. Well, thank you for diving deep with us again today. We hope you feel like slightly more informed, definitely more entertained, and maybe just a little bit closer to the beautifully deranged heart of HBE. Now, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Or we will find you and rank and demo your car mid-rotation next week. Consider yourselves warned. Until next time, stay curious, stay weird, stay chaotic.